They say the lake takes a soul every summer, not drowns them, not drags them under, takes them, like the water itself chooses who will vanish. I never believed it until the summer it came for me. The invitation. I was 17 the first time I heard the legend. My cousin Ellie had invited me to spend the summer in her small lakeside town, the kind of place where every building looked like it had been frozen in the 1950s. The lake sat at the edge of town like a giant mirror, calm during the day and black as ink at night. The locals called it Graywater Lake. On my first night, Ellie whispered the warning while we sat on the porch watching the moon's reflection ripple in the distance. Every summer someone disappears, she said. They're never found, no splashing, no signs of struggle, just gone. I laughed. Sounds like something you tell kids to keep them from swimming. Ellie didn't laugh back. Her voice dropped lower. No one talks about it after it happens, but everyone knows. The first vanishing a week later had happened. A boy named Max, maybe 18, was out on the water in a canoe. It was a perfect, sunny day, no waves, no wind. People on the dock saw him sitting there 1 second, then empty boat. No sound, no struggle. Just gone. The police searched for days. Divers came up empty. By the second week, the town stopped talking about it. The newspaper printed a short article calling it a tragic accident, but no one looked at the lake the same way again. At night, I began to notice something strange. From my bedroom window, I could see the lake glimmering under the moonlight. Sometimes I swore I saw a shape moving just beneath the surface. Long, pale arms, a face that didn't belong to any fish. The dare. Ellie had a group of friends who liked to hang out at the shore after dark. One night, they dared me to take a swim. "You're not scared, are you?" one of them teased. "That's just a campfire story." I told them fine, I'd do it. The water was colder than I expected, biting at my skin. The night was silent except for the faint lapping of waves. Then I felt something brush against my leg. It was too smooth to be a stick, too deliberate to be random. I kicked hard, heart racing, and scrambled back to shore. The others laughed, but I noticed Ellie didn't. She looked pale. "You shouldn't go in after dark," she muttered. The whisper in the water. From that night on, I started hearing it. A faint sound when I was alone near the lake, like someone calling my name from under the surface. At first, I thought it was my imagination, but then it began to follow me. I'd walk past the shoreline and hear it, come closer. I'd be lying in bed and hear the faint rush of water, like the tide was inside my room. The pull became stronger each day. I'd catch myself standing on the dock at midnight, not remembering how I got there. My bare feet would be wet, though I had no memory of stepping into the water. The old man's warning. One afternoon, an old fisherman approached me while I was sketching near the dock. "You're the one it's looking at this year," he said. I stared at him, unsure if he was joking. "The lake's got rules," he continued. "It only takes one a summer. Always someone who won't be missed too much. Someone new or someone alone." I wanted to laugh it off, but the way his eyes locked on mine made my skin crawl. "Don't go near the water," he warned. "Not even to wash your hands." The pull. For the rest of the summer, I avoided the lake as best I could, but the pull grew worse. My dreams were filled with it, the feeling of water closing over my head, the sensation of sinking while cold hands guided me deeper. One night something woke me. The sound of my name being called, Not in my head this time out loud from the lake. I tried to resist, but my body moved on its own. I walked barefoot down to the dock. The boards were slick and cold. The water was perfectly still, reflecting the stars like glass. Then a pale hand broke the surface. It reached toward me, dripping. My breath caught. I could see Max's face now, inches from the waterline. Behind him, the others stared with empty, hungry eyes. Before I could scream, the hand grabbed my ankle and yanked. The final day, it was the last week of summer. Ellie begged me to stay inside after dark, but that night something woke me. The sound of my name being called, not in my head this time out loud from the lake. I tried to resist, but my body moved on its own. I walked barefoot down to the dock. The boards were slick and cold. The water was perfectly still, reflecting the stars like glass. Then a pale hand broke the surface. It reached toward me, dripping. My breath caught. I could see Max's face now, inches from the waterline. Behind him, the others stared with empty, hungry eyes. Before I could scream, the hand grabbed my ankle and yanked. The twist, I woke up coughing on the shore. Ellie was there, crying. She said she found me floating face down, not breathing, but somehow I came back. The strange part was no one else disappeared that summer. Not officially, but when I looked in the mirror that night, I didn't see myself exactly. My skin looked paler, my eyes darker, and when I smiled, it felt wrong, like it wasn't my smile. I realized the truth. The lake had taken me after all. I wasn't the one who survived. I was the one it sent back. They say the lake takes a soul every summer. Maybe that's true, or maybe it just trades them. If you ever stand at the shore and hear a voice calling your name, run, because it might not be the water you're afraid of. It might be what the water sends back.